Thanks for watching Empress Radio. This is your host, Queshia and Ms.V. Today we're in the Hair Xquisite with the ladies, Ms. LaShonda,
and Miss Lisa. Hello.
And our guest,
Dominique.
Alright, so today's topic is the quality of hair beauticians. We are coming from a time where we used to go to the hair salon and get our hair done, talk to your stylist. I know you don't like this word, but gossip a little. Did we gossip?
Fellowship. Yeah.
We were saying it was part of the community. It's somewhere you go. I used to go as a child. And even if I wasn't talking, I love the atmosphere. I got my hair done every 2 weeks, and I sat back and just watched the older ladies do what they do. Oh, I like that lady's hair. Or when I grow up, I'm gonna do this, you know? And just sit back and be a part of the community. And now I feel like people telling you to wash your hair before you come to them. Oh, yeah. Oh, where are you located? At their house. Don't bring the kids. You know what? I wanted to give my children the same thing I had growing up, and I don't feel like we get that anymore. And what's most important to me is you're not telling me how to take care of my own hair anymore. Yeah, I used to go back and get weaves, but at least underneath my hair was healthy. We took care of my hair first, and then add whatever I wanted to cover. Now it's, slap the gel on it and push it, hide your hair. It's not the nicest wig on.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the focus. The focus is the outside and the surface. You really have to seek a professional or specialist to, if you want to have someone that's going to tell you about the health of your hair and what to do to keep it healthy. Because that's not what today's stylists are doing for the most part. They're making you look nice. But if you want to have a hair growth and want to know how to have healthy hair, you're going to have to find someone who says that is what they specialize in, and that is what they're interested in doing, especially with natural hair, because it's better now as far as popularity for natural hair is in, but that was not always the case. And so that is not always the priority. The priority is to make it look good, so cover it up, and the outside looks good. But after months of wearing a weave or not treating your hair properly, what are you dealing with under that? And then because if it's not healthy, then the next thing to do is to cover it again versus trying to get it healthy. So that becomes an ongoing cycle, I believe.
Exactly. And a lot of these beauticians now aren't doing the schooling you went through, all those years you put in. It's a YouTube video now, and now you're a professional. Oh, I know how to do this. No, you don't.
Because talent is good. There is a lot of raw talent.
Of course.
But then the education behind it, because everyone is not going to enhance the craft, enhance the talent. That means you have to go to school, you have to be educated, you have to do that part. But people who are naturally talented will just take that and use that and stay at that level. But if you're really serious about what you do and you want to be better, then you are continuously educating yourself to do something.
You have to put the time in also. You have to, the key to all of this is having a stylist that is educated, that is willing to educate their clients.
And that's
the whole thing. YouTube could only teach you so much. Everyone's into YouTube now, but you really have to make this sacrifice and say, okay, this is a craft that I love, I'm passionate about, so I'm willing to put in the sacrifice and the work so that I can be where I need to be to educate my clients and to take care of healthy hair. This is the key right here, is educating our clients.
Because how do we do it ourselves?
And as for natural hair, I've been in the industry over 20 years, so coming from New York to Florida, having it in New York, we still took care of the hair. We didn't think about just giving you a nice lock style or doing your nice braids or anything like that without your scalp looking like it's about to come from a fungus or anything like that. We had to wash your hair. And some places if you didn't have, like I know nothing against the Africans, but I'm just saying, just to make that dollar, they would just do it for the money. But then by the time you take your braids out, your hair is gone because it's damaged from either it's too tight or it's so nasty, you didn't wash your hair, they didn't educate you to wash your hair, and other ways to keep it healthy. So that's one of the things that with natural hair, the phenomenon is now, but I've been doing this way before the phenomenon came. So we have been taking care of the hair, but it's not like you said earlier, it's not as popular back then, but now it is.
And it should be. I grew up where, ladies wore hair rollers in their hair.
Yeah.
It was their hair. That was their hair. And when those curlers came out, that was a full head of natural beautiful hair. And you don't see that anymore. You don't see curlers,
I tell my clients, go back to what mommy and auntie and grandma
because it works.
Black hair.
Because it works.
In our culture, that we used to read your hair every night. You go crazy. Yeah, you look crazy, but when it was time to go out, you unbraided your long hair, you flat ironed it if you had to, but you had your healthy hair. And now that quality is gone.
Because people want convenience.
Convenience.
That is what's going on. Yes. Everybody wants convenience, so that's
Because then even with growing up, my grandma used to love castor oil. And in our culture, it's really not skitty. She would get the castor oil from Haiti sent to her. And it had an odor to it. And my mom, who was getting more Americanized, would not let her put it in her hair. And my grandmother had jet black hair to the day she died. And it was a look where when you pressed the hair, it looked like she had a relaxer. Like, because she did her castor oil and her braids, her plaits, and it came out. So, that's the other thing. A lot of the cultural things that we did growing up isn't as cool and it's not as trendy. So even back then, that was early 90s, 80s, 90s. So kitty perms were out. Just For Me came out. PCJ came out. So it was, let's make your daughter's hair manageable instead of let's learn how to do your daughter's hair. And I never had much length to my hair, but I always had thickness. So it was always about, what can be easier for mom? What can be easier for the parent? And in time, hair broke off, to the point where, we had to then put braids and put those traditional styles back. Because that's what we revert to when damage comes. When damage comes, you revert back to what you know. You revert back to treatments. People don't do treatments anymore. Like, treatment was, it was as important as your cut, as important as your stacked curls. It was needed. People don't do that anymore. People are hanging on for length, by any means necessary. You have 4 inches of dead hair, split ends, but you gonna cut all my hair off. Okay, baby, it's gonna travel up. So it's those things that get lost as we get more trendy. As we get more trendy, those traditional cultural things get lost, and it's thought of as we don't have the time. Like Rosette was saying, it's about convenience. It's about who can get me out of here quicker. Because granted, as much as we love the experience, as healthy as our hair was, it wasn't all day activity. So now women are like, I do not have time for this. It's not fair to me. So where the dynamic, where we have to find a balance is giving them the help of the hair and getting them out in a respectable time.
And that all has to do with time management. That is so important. That's something that I think is necessary when you teach, they're going to school and they're being educated. You have to have these students, new cosmetologists, new beauticians, whatever we want to call them, they have to learn about time management. That is so important. And going back to relaxers and stuff, I do relaxing. I'm not all natural. I don't do all natural hair. I do natural hair, but I do relaxers. But I also know when someone comes in and they're 6 weeks in, and if I can prolong it to 8 weeks, I know I'm gonna prolong it to 8 weeks instead of giving them a relaxer. Then again, it comes back to educating. Sweetie, you don't need a relaxer right now. We can go another 8 weeks. Let me treat your hair. That's important. You have to put back things that are being stripped from relaxers, and this is, you may not be able to get out in 2 hours. It may take a little bit longer, but
it's worth it.
Because I am concerned about your hair and the health of your hair, this is needed. But time management is important also.
Stop permanent for a while. I'm not saying permanent's back.
No.
I'm not saying don't go back to permanent. But in order for you to get your hair back right, let it grow naturally.
Yes.
I told her don't relax and let it grow. Cover your hair if you have to with the cover up styles, but that's the only way. And I'm only telling her that from what I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
My hair wouldn't grow for anything until I locked up. And because our hair is naturally thick and it grew by itself, I've never had hair this long.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you to lock your hair. I'm telling you let your hair do what it naturally does. Don't it make sense?
That's amazing. But I'll say this. We have came into a society where quick, you want everything fast, right? You just give time, don't do nothing, don't pay your hair no attention. It will grow.
Drink water.
Drink a lot of water, your health, your inside, because if your inside, I could cuss people.
If it comes naturally.
If your inside is messed up, then
it'll show.
Exactly.
Like when I do my thing, and I know my locks, they start shedding, and I'm not taking care of myself and drinking enough water or taking my vitamins properly, my locks will shed. So at the same time, I'm telling my clients to do it, and I don't be doing it. Well, that's more stylish, but I'll move on. But still, I tell my clients, let's see what's going on in the inside of you. As you stress, all right, what's going on at home? Because that's where it starts from. From the inside, and then it comes on the shoulder, on the outside, and it's already rooted. And so I could do my best to grow your hair. You could do your best and listen to what I say, but if you still fucked up in the inside, it's not gonna help.
Right.
We just counteracting the stuff we tell
And
you
that's
to
with
do.
anything, whatever you put in your body is going to come out in your skin, it's going to reflect in your hair.
I don't know how true this is, but no, not that. But one saying is that you don't let pregnant people do your hair, because then
I've heard that.
or pregnant people or people who are stingy, don't let them do your hair because then your hair won't grow. So that, right? But I still think it is important, even if those are not true, it's important to go to the same person.
Yes.
Be loyal to your beautician, because that person will learn your hair, and that way you get better results.
And then I think that's something too when it comes to because I'm a spiritual person and I'm very intuitive. And you know, it's okay, you want to try somebody new, but go with your gut. You know what I mean? If your vibe is not, and the person can be super sweet, knowledgeable, they get you out of there in a timely fashion, clean salon, but vibe and connection is everything. For example, before I started to lock back up, I could not get in with Lisette. So I said, impatient, I want to get my hair cut. Called somebody that was popular, very knowledgeable, nice person, seen her around Palm Beach County for years. When I tell you, and you know, I relaxed it myself, I took my time, I didn't over process, something was just happening to my hair. First of all, the vibe was, I'm one, if I don't know you, I'm very quiet. I'll get to know you. There's nothing, I'm not talkative if I don't really know you well. And you know, and they were, I'm like, no, okay, I need you to kind of pick up my vibe here. Let's chill, but okay. Then it started being, but because I was uneasy, it manifested in my hair. My uneasiness came. Nothing against her talent, nothing against what she did. Great stylist. But I wasn't patient with the stylist I know that knows me. And in turn, my uneasiness, I began to dread going. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Just because, again, nice, but it didn't vibe. So I think it's important that you trust yourself. It's important that, you know, because one of the things that's making that's popular and making a great comeback, and we're thankful for, braiding. Braiding is huge now. Braiding is like the wave that nails took a couple of years ago, a few years ago. That's where braiding is at now. It's taking this wave of, you won't pay for your braids. You won't pay good money for your braids. Don't just go to the popular person. Just go to a consultation. Like, people don't understand. Consultations are where you can feel the stylist out. They can feel you out. They can really look at your hair. And if a person can't give you a consultation, that is not the stylist. Because a lot of people aren't trained in proper consultation. So if they can't give you one, that's not where you should go. But in a consultation, you will know who you're dealing
Yes,
with. You'll feel their spirit, you'll feel their energy, and you can say, And if you feel like, don't do it. Don't do it, because it will manifest itself in your
Well,
life.
with consultations too, some people just pop up. And if we are already busy, we have a client in a chair, and they just pop up, we could give them a consultation, but we're not gonna give them a personal consultation. Some people want that one-on-one, but interrupt the whole flow of what you're doing.
Yes.
And that's
And then
not
sometimes for the
appropriate as
stylist,
Exactly.
that's for you to say, you're not the client for me
Yeah.
either. Because then you're gonna think, I gotta be Johnny on the spot. You're gonna think I have to drop, because it has to be dealt with respect. If I'm not gonna come in on your job and just interrupt you, I'm gonna set an appointment. I'm gonna see if you have time to see me. So there's etiquette in this thing. And that's the other thing
And
that's
that's with
missing.
anything. Just like going to a doctor. You're not going to just pop up to your doctor and say, hey, I need a consultation. No, you have to call, make an appointment. So
This would
that's
be a
the
good spot to talk about canceling too, right?
exactly. You know, you have
Etiquette.
It all has to do with that. It has to do with etiquette and how you look at your stylist. You know, we are professionals.
But they don't, I don't think they take us as, I say in our industry,
Yes.
they don't take us as serious as they take Paul Mitchell's salon.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Like they take us
Like it's a
because
hobby.
you my sister. I'm supposed to give you a discount because you my sister. And I'm like, but I gotta live in
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
But could I go to your job and say I'm only gonna pay you half a day, but you got to work full day?
Yeah.
But you gonna do that?
That's why I think it's more than just the clients doing it to you though. It's your fellow
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
who won't put their foot down about those same issues.
Exactly. But I think too, it's because we get to a point, especially in black salons, we have gotten to a point where we become more than just a client stylist relationship. It's a family relationship that we build. So it's kind of hard.
The lines
because
get blurred.
Exactly,
But
and it got to get crossed.
sometimes, but I know, say if like for me when she do makeup, I always say, how much you charge?
Yeah.
I can afford that, I ain't know it.
And I respect that, because I believe that too. I would never try to talk someone down. from their
Yes.
talent. If I respect your talent and your skill enough to ask you to give me a service or to question your service, whatever you charge is what you charge.
Exactly.
It's up to me to decide whether or not I can afford it.
Exactly.
But I would never try to talk a person down, because you can't put a price on what somebody else is
Yes.
doing. And they're valid.
And then we gotta speak on, first of all, don't ask the stylist in front of everybody.
Right.
When they already told you what it is. You know what I mean? They already told you.
I was gonna ask that because there are some stylists who, some people make you feel uncomfortable when you ask the price, almost like you shouldn't ask. I don't want a surprise at the end of the
Exactly.
lifetime. So I asked, but I've seen people get uncomfortable, like,
Oh, no.
why she asking?
I think, that's different. That's different because, like, let's say halfway through your retwist, you decide on a style. So you want to know how much
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Exactly.
But I'm talking, we already did it. You told me the price of the shampoo bowl because it's a manipulative action.
It is.
It's manipulative because what it is maybe to see if a lot of times it's testing the stylist to see is this their real price. Is to put them on blast because now let's say stylist has client A, B, and C where maybe they don't charge that much, and they trying to. So it's like we have to have etiquette. Yeah, we gotta have etiquette. We have to have respect and consideration.
Yes.
But you don't know what relationships that have taken place.
And if it's your client's business, if you're like, I can't afford it. That's the stylist business. That's between you and them.
Exactly, but it shouldn't be everybody to know what's going on, And it's also not for a person to assume that's because you hear or see someone getting charged a rate, and it's not the rate that you're getting charged. That's any of your concerns.
You don't know what the situation is.
Right.
Yeah, I got some long time clients be on me since I've been to Florida. And of course, by them following me, they get discounts for following me for all those years. I mean, for years they followed me. I don't know if you did like that. But, they followed me for years. And their hair shows that they followed me and I took care of it. So that's what it is. But one thing else I'll have to say, When I tell a person, when I first met, I said, listen, it's the hair, it's your hair I care about. The style is the bonus.
Yeah.
When you get your hair retwisted or styled up, that's cool. But if you got messed up scalp, we gotta figure out what's going on. What's happening? Is we gonna help this so you can have these long locks for
That's what
the
made me
next
stay.
decade.
I went to somebody else. Well, I cut my locks, had them sewn back in, and that girl was really nice. Like you said, we kicked okay, but she cared about my locks. What I came in for, she told me what I needed, and that's what made me come back to her. Right? I can want color all I want, but is it healthy?
Is it healthy enough to do it? Exactly.
And so you'll see a lot of me because I don't want my hair to fall out. This is who I am. You know, you know your face change depending on how your hair is. Yes.
And I see that's because you're a client that respects the advice and the word of your stylist.
She's a professional.
You know, she is a professional. This is what she does. You know, so I mean, if you could have do it yourself, I'm sure you would have. It's like, but you know, this is something that needs to be done.
This is a mess right here. Yeah, no, because it needs some help.
You better get the help now.
I told her, I said, we need a consultation. I mean, she needs a consultation. Yeah, I need that whole, do we want a consultation right now? No.
We can do a consultation right now. If you need consultations for your natural hair, Hair Xquisite is the place to do that.
And relaxed hair, because one thing about Lisette, she do relax and sew and
But that hair is
quickly.
No,
That hair underneath it. She had one client that had hair.
She does. She
Freaking long.
has
I
hair.
said, why do that weave?
And it's convenience. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it's convenience for her.
People who have very healthy hair underneath weaves. And
Yeah.
just curl it.
Yeah.
You know,
have it
convenience of the weave. Yeah, so.
You have to know when you should and when you shouldn't. And I always tell my clients, you know, I would never do something to your hair that I wouldn't do to my own. Definitely.
How long you been doing this?
Almost 31 years. Yeah.
How long did you go to school?
It was a 1,200-hour course. So I went for it almost a year, about a year. I kind of doubled up.
Keep
We have to keep, we do. We go to classes, we go to premiere, we haven't been to Bronner Brothers.
I've been to Bronner Brothers. I'm a
Wait,
brother.
aren't they an event though?
Yeah, it's an event.
They have financial classes. They
They
have
have all kind of classes.
Yeah.
And that's
new
important.
techniques.
Important in keeping up with the education, whether it's reading a book or they have classes that you can take online. But the important is this time everything's going quick. Everybody is revolving and we have to revolve and move with the times just like how, you know.
Us as the older crew,
It's hard.
it's
It's very hard.
And how do you keep up with how we do it now? You know, they crashing up. They say they'll bring on the girls and be like, let me get a lemonade. Baby, show me a picture.
I'm like, what? You know, side braids? What did you talk about, lemonade?
Side braids.
I don't know. There's all this different language and
And it brought on to one thing like we knew back in the day, like you know, pink curls
It's the
and
same thing.
It's the same thing, it's just a different name.
Yeah.
Everything's recycled.
Yeah,
It's
it
called
does.
something different.
it's going on.
So what, you're moving quicker with your clients? Or?
But we always pride ourselves in time management. That's like we try not to keep our clients in here long at all, and that's why we have the returning client that we do have because they know, hey, I could go in at 8:30 and be out by 9:30.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what they're having done. So
and if they have a long services, we let them know. Like, listen, it's gonna be here for a while, so just be prepared for it. That's why when you see our waiting area, you barely see people.
people sitting on because we try to get them in and out. Yeah.
We're healthy. We're doing paying
Yeah.
attention.
Yes.
My thing is, my time is for you and you alone. I get stressed out if somebody sitting over there waiting. Cause I be like, I be like, what? And this is me. I get discounts because I feel like your time and my time is precious. So if I did something to make you late or be here forever, I feel like that's on me, you know, because that's just, I really appreciate people's time. They said, I'm the one that's going to take care of their hair, and I'm the one that's going to make them look pretty and go and see the world. That's a lot for me. And I appreciate that. So I give discounts when it's either I run late or I'm too long. I usually don't do too long.
And we try to help each other out. You know, I don't, as I said before, I don't do a lot of natural hair. I do a lot more blowouts and stuff like that, with presses and stuff like that, whereas she do braids and stuff. So if she needs somebody washed or I need somebody washed and blown out, she'll do it. Just so that we can keep everything running smoothly. Because the worst thing you want somebody to go in and say, well, I was there at Hair Xquisite Salon for 4 hours, and you don't want that. They're not going to come back. I don't care how bad in doing hair you are. You do not want somebody in your shop 4 hours. I don't want nobody looking at me for 4 hours either. Like, I was nervous.
And not these days, because these girls are being able to get their lace front in an hour. Even though hair may not be washed for the knee, the stylist will not wash your hair. They are super gluing your edges. Even though their thing is, their thing is, and then if they have like a makeup artist on site, I'm out of there in an hour and a half. They're like, I'm out of there in an hour and a half. No, so so yeah, I could take care of my own hair, but you take too long to take care of my hair. I could, but I could put this wig on, it'll be laid, and I'll be on my way. So,
and you know what, I know the new generation, that's coming up and doing it, they bad. I'm not even gonna front that. They are educated, they are good at doing hair. But as we were talking about the relationship that you have in a salon, that's the customer service that you offering your clients.
That is the fact that as a woman, I've been through crap out there. I want somewhere where I can sit down and you taking care of me for once. You know, and I can vent and feel like I've unloaded. And go back into the world prettier. I'm ready to do it all again. That's the reload that I do.
And that's important. I mean, I think the older stylists that's been in the industry a long time, we know about salon management. We know how important it is to make sure we are educated, to keep up with the times, to make sure we give our clients the customer service that they need and still take care of the hair. We need to learn to keep the integrity of people's hair, because this is why they're resorting to wigs and weaves and all of this, because no one knows how to really keep their hair. You know, YouTube is not going to show you how to keep your hair healthy. It's not. I am so sorry. It is not.
And all these different products, I'm not knocking nothing, but if you see a big trend, like for us, for locks, a big trend, that's a trend now. They coming out with even Paul Mitchell now got some stuff going on.
Everybody's talking about
It's
become a money maker, so they try to have it.
It's whatever's popular. You know, we make things popular.
And so I just want to tell people the natural stuff we could put in our body, we use on our hair. All these gimmicks and stuff like that, they wondering what's their FOC, AC, BC, all this. I don't know, your hair is curly. That's what we learned. You know, we ain't up the trend with the season beads. Thank you. Somebody made that up and it just ran like what it was.
But now it's Bible though. What? I'm gonna let you know. So I mean,
because you know who made it up? Who made it up? Oprah Stylist. And Oprah put her stamp on it. So years ago, and he put her stamp. And again, it's a marketing tool.
And I bet there's someone that doesn't fit into that.
No.
There's no way to include everybody in that. That's why
what you're gonna do is someone mixed race.
Right.
They everything.
What's my baby's hair?
Your girl curly.
Everything. Curly.
She's curly. And she's a fine curly hair. But ours are coarse.
So that's the thing.
It's comb breaker.
It's everything. And that's the other thing, like, as a consumer, it's important that you you know, as the stylist and me being on the consumer end, it's important that you are educated.
Right.
You know, as far as to the point of, you know, the products and what you're putting in, trust your stylist.
Yeah.
Trust your
And
stylist.
stylists shouldn't withhold their information either.
Oh, no.
Some people don't want to share. It's better to share
Well, I don't have that
the
experience
education.
at all.
Yes.
You have to educate your clients.
Right, like it's crazy. You
Like,
know,
look,
you
you know, I
appreciate
got too much
that
to
you would
remember.
come back more because you know this person is helping you. Right. So that mentality is kind of not.
Yeah, because like with me, I'm like, okay, what did you use on your hair to wash it? And then they tell me, and I'm like, well, I'm telling you what I'm using now. So if you go to another stylist, at least you know what I used before.
Yes.
And if it helped you,
Yes.
and or if it didn't help you, I want to know. Because then I could try a different alternative if you come back to me. But if for a first time client, I always tell them the products that I'm using, what I'm using in their hair. So when they come, if they choose not to come back, it's cool too. But let them know, let the other stylists know, what did I use on her hair that it may not have worked or it did work. And you want that same type of regimen for your hair.
Yes.
And that's a good stylist will tell you. That's what us old school people do. I don't know about the new school people. I don't know what they do.
But the beauty industry goes for us African American women hard. It's $1 billion industry. They go for us hard.
Yeah.
So, and it's something to see because you know the other brands that are more geared towards you know Caucasian, more straighter hair, they don't have a whole bunch of stuff. They have a lot of stuff, but it's always higher end, more you know more professional products. Whereas us, there's everything. Everybody's making a hair product. Everybody.
Yeah.
Celebrities are making their own hair products.
Mhm.
So that's why it's so. And then there's stuff in there that it is chemicals. And listen, I ain't knocking chemicals because again, this natural trend didn't come up until a few years ago. We were all just fine with Blue Magic. We were all nobody died. Nobody died.
Blue Magic before you.
Nobody died from pink oil moisturizer. Nobody died from Cream of Nature shampoo. White bottle, green label. Nobody died. Nobody died. So I'm not.
Blue Magic had your head
What? Yes. But you know what I mean? Everybody grew up and was fine.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all about knowing people trying to get you.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm like at the same time, okay, there was a whole no petroleum.
Right. No grease.
When I tell you this hair and the way dandruff set up, some of the only things I need grease. I need grease and it's not gonna kill me.
Right.
Oh no sulfate. This hair the way this dandruff set up.
But some people need that.
But some people need that. So that's the thing. I'm like, don't go off this trend and your hair look a mess.
Right.
You're going off this trend. You doing this co-wash mess. No grease. Your hair look dry. I was like, I co-wash my first time. I'm like, what?
I still
Because it's supposed to keep your curls popping. It's supposed to define your curl.
Yeah, because I'm wet.
If you wash your hair, condition it,
It'll be
treat it.
fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Your curls will pop. You use maybe two, because the thing is, and the other thing is, clients don't want to pay for maybe the products that stylists are selling.
Yeah.
Because you know they are a little higher, but my stylist isn't gonna try me with 12 products. She's like, okay, they don't wash, condition, do my thing. Okay, you need this grease because of this.
Exactly.
You need this finishing spray. Next time you come, we'll talk about other products.
No, this is what they do. They're like, what you using? Oh, I'm using design set. I'm gonna see if I find something.
Yeah, but
They
talk about that.
But
They
that's
talk about
another
that
thing.
in the beauty supplies.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
go and they, and it's changed. You know how it's changed. Retail in itself has changed because they can pretty much go to Elegant or any Sally's and find anything.
Yeah.
So when they start using, when I go to Elegant or any place and I see professional products, it discourages me because now it's not professional to me
Right,
because
it's not-
anyone can go in and buy it. So that's another thing. And this again is where education comes in. This is why you have to educate your clients. no, I don't want you using this pomade from Oregon because it's not good. It's heavy.
Yes.
It's going to cause you a buildup in your hair. Use this one because it's lighter, it's silicone based,
Yeah.
and this is what's needed.
I remember growing up and seeing the perm bottle and it said professionally.
Use only.
Yes. Everybody.
Yes.
You never saw that bottle in the store.
Yeah,
Like the
right,
professional, you
right.
would have never seen it in the
Right.
beauty supplies. Never.
And it's so much, it's changing, and you know, we gotta keep up with it, and it's a run. It's a
It
run
is.
to keep up with what's going on, and everything's, you know, evolving so fast. Evolving, just evolving like the door.
But it is
Hey, but you have to, because the first thing she's gonna ask you is, let
Oh,
me
let
see
me
your
see
work.
your Instagram.
Yes.
I said I got it in my phone.
That's your resume now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep, that's the mark of your talent.
young relative.
When a lot of them are still in other people's photos.
Right.
Do you have any pictures? Yeah, my portfolio right here. Hold on, let me get it for you.
Old school, right?
Yeah, I got some pictures.
There you go.
But you know, my biggest thing for selling is my clients.
Yeah.
I be like, word of mouth is the most
Yes.
important thing to me. I say, cause pictures could fool you, cause I could Photoshop, I
Yeah,
could do this,
right.
I could do that,
Exactly.
and they be like, dang, you laid that. I sure did. I love her right out from that Photoshop. But my clients,
Yes.
when they see their hair growing, when
Yes.
they see their hair flourishing like it should be, and the styles that I do, that will give me glory.
Yeah,
I-
the testimony is genuine, and it's authentic, and it's real.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
nothing like someone
Yes.
telling you their experience and it's a positive.
Yes.
That right there wins over every time. Every time.
Every
Yes.
time.
Because it feels close to home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because what we do here, we try to make it fun. Me and her argue all the time.
Yeah,
It's just our love affair. No, we're not in love like that. So I'm just saying, we've been together for so long. We just have this thing that we got to bicker. We just don't go a day without it. I don't know why.
But everything's in love.
Everything is in love. And when the client comes, like especially new clients, we have to tell them, we only playing.
You have to get to this point.
Yeah.
We only playing.
That's how we just communicate. But we make them feel comfortable. We make people feel like you a part of the family now. Don't act shy. Just come on in and just chill.
We hug, we kiss.
Yes, we
But before
touch.
the corona.
We still.
Before the corona.
But you know, it had to make its way in.
I know. Now we're still hugging.
Right.
We're still hugging kids. Yeah.
We
Whether
communicate and we build relationships.
Yes.
We build
That's
family.
important.
We saw kids from when they were like 5, now they in college.
I think that's the biggest thing about the reason why you would choose a salon is because other than getting your hair done and getting it done well, you do have the element of community and family and relationships, which today is needed more than ever. Like the foundation of having, like I like to say, a village. You really need to have that substance because there's too much going on for families and people who don't have it. So when you do have it, you can definitely tell the difference, and it makes a difference.
Yeah, so we've been having some really serious things we communicate in here. That when it's in here, it's in here. When it goes out, nobody know nothing.
That's exactly.
Unless somebody.
It's a safe place.
It's a safe place
to
for
come.
people to come and say whatever
Whatever they need to say, because
don't
you
feel judged.
we are like, I mean, I've learned from a long time ago getting into this industry that we are more than just your hairstylist. You're a therapist, you're a counselor, you're a psychiatrist, you're everything. You're a friend, you're a mother, you know. As she said, we've seen kids that we've been doing from when they were children growing up now, and they come and they want advice and we give it to them. You know, not afraid that, hey, we're doing something wrong, you know, that we're giving them good and they are part of the family. And I think that is what builds a salon. It's like we are part of our family.
Longevity.
Exactly.
Because you know someone who starts out as a child, they get a child, and they want that child
Exactly.
where they're going. what's the
Where
best thing
they're
to do, you know, so yeah, it does establish that.
And those different avenues to go, because this one young lady we had, she just suffered from a lot of stuff, and just to be around women, which she was scared to be around women, and then to be around women and just bust out crying like, I never had this in my life. That what gets us to be like, we gotta go back again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we be like, damn, you never know what people go through.
Yeah.
And we find it all the time.
And we treat each and every one of our clients like you could come in and we treat you with the respect and, you know, the dignity that, I mean, we just, you never know. You never know if you're entertaining an angel. So you treat people just like you want to be treated. You know, so that is so important to, you know, everyone comes in and meets a smile. Even if we're busy and they walk through that door, it's like, good afternoon, good morning, you know. It's not like you walk in and you sit down and we ignore
And that's
them.
what she did. And that's the beauty of being in a salon than to be by yourself or in a kitchen or your house. And then there's other bad spirits, they don't last that long. They'll come in, oh, this ain't for me, and they'll just leave.
Exactly.
And that's it.
But the industry is constantly changing. Me being not so much of a natural stylist again, I've realized that it's not going anywhere. This is here for a long longevity. It's not going anywhere. So the best thing to do is educate yourself on what's happening right now so that you can be one of the forerunners in the industry. Because if you stop educating yourself, you stop growing, you stop learning. It's not happening. You're gonna get left behind in the industry, and we in here for another
Don't start.
We might be another 30 years. 30 years. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But it is some techniques out there that I will not do because it's damaging to the hair. That's just me. So I like to know people who do it because I don't knock it. It's just for me, I'm not gonna do it. And no, I'm not. And so I want other stylists, younger stylists, to say I recommend it to them because they're really good, but I don't know how they take care of your hair. But I can recommend that style if that's what you want. I don't force nobody to come to me and say, yeah, I can do that. And
that's true too. She's not afraid to say, and same with me. We're not afraid to say, baby, I don't know how to do that. But I'll find somebody who can.
That's credible.
Yeah.
Miss LaShonda, what kind of advice would you give these new stylists these days?
Love what you do and do it in dignity and integrity and just love it and be comfortable. And don't chase the dollar because the dollar will chase you. Just know what you're doing and take care of the hair. That's all. And be happy doing it.
Ms. Lizette?
Same, you know, just if you love it, you're passionate about it, you know, the money will come. You know, that's just the benefit of being a hairstylist. Education is the key. Definitely educating yourself.
Oh, one more thing, invest in yourself.
Yes.
Because if you don't invest in yourself, it'll show. Make sure you take care of your body because us as the longevity people, we started about the money. And it just, our bodies could go a different routes. But if you take care of your body and take care of your mind and soul, everything else will follow.
Yes.
All right, it was a pleasure talking to y'all. Thank you for letting us be in your shop.
Hair Xquisite Salon, 717 North Lake Boulevard.
Yes. Hair Xquisite.
Thanks for watching Empress Radio. Join us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and listen to us on the Anchor app and Spotify.
All right.